Good morning, come on.
Don't you know it's hustler shine in the moment? Yeah, we get into it, making plays while they doing it. Turn it up,
That's
that's
my
my jam.
jam.
103.3, where that Z get slammed. Yeah, see you doing your thing.
Good morning, wake up. Good morning, get up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, get up. Yeah, it is time to hustle and shine. Brian B. Shynin reporting live from the Brown and Kruger studio. Hi, Ah, I'm feeling blessed because today would have been my daddy's 71st birthday. Happy birthday, Pops. Love you, man. Love you, man. Two Aries and one Aries, two fire signs in one household, D. Yeah, them arguments went crazy. Oh, yeah, but I'm feeling good on this Kendrick spirit. And we got Pascal coming in the building. Oh boy. Come on, hump it out, hump it out, yeah, yeah, hump it out, hump it out, hump it out. Woo! Let me get this right. Let me turn that down so I don't get no strikes from Digital Underground. Do me, baby. Good morning, we live, we back at it.
Broadcasting live from the Brown and Crouppen studio. KPRS Kansas
There we
City
go.
HD1.
There we go. Nice and tight.
R&B.
Good morning. Nobody's in here yet, so ain't no need me saying good morning yet. Over there, I got a lot done in a short amount of time. I really did. Two, three. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So blessed to be here. Another day, another opportunity to live in God's purpose. And this light is bright as hell. Can we tone this down? Maybe not. How about that? I think I want it on. Anyway, good morning, y'all. Faith Galang, J10, Indonesia in the building. Okay. Palladio. Good morning. Good morning, Palladio7. Good morning to you too. Talking about my daddy, I think. Talking about my daddy. Yeah. If my father was here today, boy, I don't know what the hell would be going on with him. But I'm feeling good today because yes, it would have been my father's 71st birthday. And my father was a hell of a man in so many different ways. When you when you see somebody up close and you see everything about them, flaws and all, the great and the despicable, good, bad, ugly, all in between, and you get older and you start to realize Philippines in the building, what's happening? Rowan Adela Rosa, Faith Galang. Oh, you don't understand English. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, my bad. I hope there's some captions there or something to help you. YouTube and like the internet has been getting better in general with captions and stuff. But when you look at your father and me, I saw everything with him. There was nothing hidden. Went through a lot of adversity, a lot of trauma, a lot of all of that stuff. But you get older and God is King 22-2. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Faith Gang. So you start to realize and understand why they were going through some of the things that they were going through. And really, honestly, at the time, even when I was a kid and my father was showing all the flaws that he had, which was a lot, and I don't know if I want to get into all of that, but I just know, because today on my father's birthday, April 8th, I want to honor him and not necessarily use his story as some sort of trauma, you know, guide, for lack of a better term. I want to celebrate the great things about my daddy and all of the great things that I've learned from him. And just manhood, just being a man. And this is applicable to every culture, to every race, whatever, every ethnicity. Being a man in all situations. It calls for lonely ass leadership. See, a lot of people like to talk about leadership, but the things you have to do to exhibit leadership and show it is different than just talking about it. And there were several times where I saw my father step up to the plate and display supreme manhood in a good way, not in a bad way. I'll give you an instance. I'll give you an example. When it came to kids, my father's super old school, but he had no guardrails on when kids are disrespectful in public. I'm going to say something. There was this kid acting up in church. My father saw that this woman, she was by herself and she just could not control this little boy in church. I mean, he just acting up. He's talking during the sermon. He's just doing all type of stuff, dog. Wilding out. And the mother cannot control him. And this has happened on several instances. This particular thing that I'm talking about, not necessarily in church or whatever. But this happened, this was in church, all right? And this kid is just wilding out, acting up. And clearly this mother cannot control this kid. Hi, D. We're live on YouTube.
Get you a Kobe.
Oh. All right, so this kid is just, he acting up and the mother cannot control him at all. My father saw this, and they were in front of the pew. They were in the pew in front of us. My father saw this, right? And he went up to this kid, grabbed him by his shoulder, and whispered in his ear, probably for about 15 to 20 seconds. Whatever he was whispering, I don't know. But I tell you one thing, there was not near another problem from that kid for the rest of the church service. And I think I saw that lady thank my father for that. Because sometimes, well, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. It is what it is. Some women be looking for that certain leadership and guidance when they can't control a situation, whether that be a kid or organization or a job, whatever it is. And that ain't just particular to women too. Men need some help too. But in this instance, this is a traditional old school circumstance right here. So this ain't, this is just what happened. And I've seen a lot of situations that are similar to this, to where my father stepped up and took leadership in his manhood and made a situation good, made it better. It's those little things that I saw from my daddy that exhibited supreme manhood. And that's why leadership is lonely, because everybody ain't gonna do that. Everybody ain't gonna even think to do that situation. It's just, there's a certain code and standard that certain people live by, that they're not gonna take certain shit. and they're not gonna deal with certain shit. So I always respected my father for that. He always had a high respect for me with that. There was another instance he was telling me about too. I'm just gonna be talking about my pops today a lot. That's what today's gonna be about. On his 71st birthday. Let me look at the comments real quick. The artist Dud3. I'm good. How you doing? Good morning, everybody. Good Maurice. Is that Big Reese? My brother Big Reese? Good morning, dog. Jeff Young. Good morning. My generation don't know they're men or women nowadays. Yikes. So let me get back to it though. There were several instances like that where I saw from my father exhibit leadership and manhood. So man, and then it's just so important. It is so important to spend time with your kids. And I ain't talking about Nick Cannon time. I'm talking about real live time to where your kids know you. They know everything about you. They know just your mannerisms, your like how you carry yourself in public, how you carry yourself in certain situations, because that's how people learn and get better and grow and to be men themselves.
When you reach your goal, look for how you can exceed it. You've established momentum, so put that momentum to good use. Feel the satisfaction of accomplishment that your efforts have created. Then consider what you can do to add to that feeling. The point of achievement is not to stop once you get there. Instead, let it set the stage for even more achievement. Refuse to let your satisfaction erode into complacency. You've transcended a challenge and produced real value, and now is your opportunity to tackle a new challenge. You've proved to yourself how capable you are. Envision another good way to put all your capabilities to use. There's a whole lot more great work to be done. Keep the achievement and the value coming. Growth looks good on you. That's today's motivational.
Yes, sir.
Only on Hustle and Shine in the morning. Hot 103 Jams.
Hustle and Shine traffic trending now on Hot 103 Jams.
This report is sponsored by the Positive.
So yeah, man. Spend real life time with your kids. They need to be with you in the store. They need to be with you in church, in public. It's just they need to learn how to conduct themselves. Only way they do that is when they spend time with you and learn by example. That's the only way. So don't be acting weird with your kids if they don't know what to do in certain situations or you don't approve of their behavior in certain situations. Are you teaching them? Let's see what Deanna's talking about.
On Hot 103 Jams.
The morning gossip up next at 6:23. The doctor told this rapper if he drank alcohol again, he died. We'll share which one up next.
What's going on?
6:13 on your time, high of 76. Currently it's 57 for skies at Operation Breakthrough.
Your traffic.
You by Nikki Gibson.
All right, man, we rolling. Spend time with your kids, man, because a lot of dudes, some part-time fathers or part-time fathers, they will belittle their kid and get on their kid's ass and if they don't approve of their behavior in certain situations. And like I just said, bro, who you think is teaching them when you're not around? It's not you. So how can you tell them to have the expectation of acting a certain way of your approval when you haven't taught them? How? So, yeah, it's little things like that, man. Just like I just explained to you the situation about my pops and how he would show what leadership and manhood is and standing on principles and morals. The only way you can get that is through exhibited behavior, or maybe you just see it within yourself and that's how you want to operate in your life. But a lot of people ain't built like that, unfortunately.
Do you feel stuck in the past?
And what a message we gonna get on Wellness Wednesday from Dr. Stevens. Let me listen to this real quick, because this is, I ask God. Now let me talk about this. A lot of times we ask God for a word, or we pray for things, or we pray for direction, and sometimes God will pass a message through other people. He'll put things on other people's hearts to pass to you, and that's how you know the presence of God is here. So with Dr. Stevens, she don't know it's my father's birthday. This is just her regular Wednesday segment she does here on Hustle and Shine.
Do you feel stuck in the past and struggle with moving forward or resolving issues from your past? Well, I like the quote from Dr. Noam Spasser that reads, "It's not past experiences that keep people stuck, but the habits developed to cope with it." Remembering past events can sometimes be painful, but beneficial for survival, or teach you how to avoid additional dangers. Either way, past events are not designed to exist in the present or future, but designed to exist as a moment to remember or learn from. The past can only invade your present and taunt your future by invitation or trauma. So how can you move past your past? 1. Seek a therapist who is a good fit for you and understands trauma and promotes emotional healing. 2. Develop healthy coping mechanisms that will help you face and heal from the past. 3. Surround yourself by individuals who are not defining you by the experienced trauma.
News Minute, trending now on Hot 103 Jams.
She's right.
Good morning. Here's what's
Yeah, man, learning from the past, that's something over the past several months that I have really been focusing on within myself. Is trying to use the past in a different way. Instead of staying in the trauma of the past, instead of staying in the negative of the past, I just think about what I've learned and what I've gained from the past, and use it as a tool of knowledge and wisdom instead of depression. And so I've had to rearrange my mindset with that, particularly with my father's death. You know, my father's death, it changed me, y'all. Like it completely rearranged how I went about life. Because I felt truly then, I'm like, damn, I'm really out here by myself. I always felt I was by myself, but I really wasn't. But then, well, like the feeling of my father not being here anymore really amplified the feeling of, damn, I'm out here. So, and I gotta make it happen. And that's the attitude I took. That light is really bright. That's the attitude I had to take on in order to try and be successful, and in order to try and be my own man and the best man I could be. And I had to come to the realization of, I passed my pops up a long time ago. A long time ago, I passed that man up. And he would say that, and he would be happy with that. Let me rearrange this light. He would be happy with that, man. That's my father. My father wanted his kids, me and my brothers and my sister, to be better than him. I wonder how I can just get the overall tone down. He wanted us to be better than him. That was always his goal. And so knowing that yes, I surpassed my father in so many things. And I just took what he did and amplified it. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what life is about. That's what raising a kid is about. That's what having a son is about. It's about making him a better man than you. Ooh, look at that. Do we want to go to blue? Let's see what blue hitting on. Yeah, let's see what that blue hitting on. I like that. Yeah. So when I came to peace with that, with the fact that I had surpassed my father, when I oh, okay, listen. When I came to peace with that, because it's true, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I just said, that's the whole point of being a father, is to raise your kids, and particularly your son, to be a better man than you were. So when I noticed that, it gave me a whole lot of peace to go ahead and let the past go and let it stay where it is. Don't bother me. I am having a hard time with this camera this morning. Oh, there we go. That's how it's supposed to look. All right. It is hard trying to stream and trying to do this radio shit at the same time. Let me see. Reese, what you talking about? Every generation should be better than the last generation. Every parent should want their children to be better than them. Absolutely, 100%. 100%, man. That's what it's about, man. And I know now, especially what I'm going through now, what I've learned now, I know emotionally, I am a way better man than my pops was. And again, not saying that to degrade my father or to talk shit about him. That is not, he would say that. If my father was here, he would say that same thing. Like, Brian, I'm so proud of you. You did, you passed me up a long time ago. You surpassed every expectation I had of you. You, like, he would be saying that. So when I got to that point of accepting that and finding that peace, it gave me a whole lot of perspective that I needed to get out of depression, to get out of the thought process of, well, okay, the holidays are here, it's Christmas time, it's 4th of July, or whatever. Everything is still good. Everything is all right. All right, Hustle and Shine in the morning. We got TMG coming up. We're going to talk about Offset getting shot in the ass. What else you talking about? French Montana. I need to hurry up. See, I've been talking to y'all. I ain't been concentrating on the work. Turn this music down. I need to get this Friday. I need to get Mr. Jones quote from Friday. A big stinking dog bit me in the ass today. I need to get that right now. Let me hurry up. Yeah, we'll just go with that. I found it.
After you. You an ass filthy dog. You should have seen it. Biggest dog I've ever seen in my life. I said, doggy, please don't bite me, dog. And I turned around and jumped over the fence. The dog grabbed my ass. And I turned around and jumped.
TMG, let's go. Hustle and Shine.
It's the morning gossip. Hustle and Shine on Hot 103 Jam.
624, high of 76. Currently, it is 57 fair skies at the T-Mobile Center. Rapper French Montana started taking his health more seriously after he had this health scare.
Whoa.
Went to the doctor and I ended up in ICU. I took like the wrong pills and I ended up in ICU. My doctor was just like, look, if you drink again, you're gonna die. I was like, that's all you gotta tell me. Since taking the wrong in so many years. Pills, you don't know what, you know what I'm saying? But for what?
Yikes. Yeah. That drinking, dog, it can get destructive, man. And I'm glad that he got that. Yeah, I've never been somebody who would do anything with any type of pills like that unless it's Tylenol. Like give me give me ibuprofen, anything other than that. But I understand the pill culture was and it still is a part of party scene, club scene. I'm not oblivious to that. I know about that type stuff, but I just advise people, man, you just don't know what's in these pills or drugs or anything like that. But pills in particular, though, seems to be a higher risk of BS going on.
I think we're seeing a lot of that, a lot of doing too much partying hard, and you hit a certain age, and now it's more serious, even with Ray J. Ray J has said that too. All right, you do these things in your 20s thinking that, oh yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, that's why some folks is out here 28 looking 48.
No,
For real.
Make sure you take your health seriously. Other news, Monday night, Offset was shot in a valet area outside of a hotel and casino. Now, since then, he was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, since then, Lil TJ, another rapper who's 24 years old, was booked into Broward County, according to the police, based on disorderly conduct charges. Now, online, people were saying that Lil TJ had something to do with Offset getting shot.
The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. You that shot me. That shot me. La 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 is a rat. I don't do no damn fight, man. Just want to tell us what happened. Did I shoot up? Crazy. They're saying you were disordered. I thought you seen him fight the other fellas. I won't say. He was never playing with me like that in his life. Somebody owe you money? Ask Offset.
Yeah, they been and had some issues. I know there was some allegations, and then there's money being owed, I guess, and Lil TJ, he need to chill. Did he almost like pass away like 4 or 5 years ago when he got in a similar situation where he got shot? Like, bro, what are you doing? I guess.
Since then, former NFL player Des Bryant and media personality Ebro all hopped online in conversation talking about Offset, and they all said that Offset owes them money too.
Yikes.
And that's why I was looking at my bank account the other day, and I'm like, I still don't have that extra $5K that he.
Girl, you ain't do that. Stop. You ain't do that. You better off talking about me and my breakfast that I owe you. Stop.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's at least $5K still missing. Hey, look, Offset, I don't want no smoke with you. Just handle that sometime soon. I don't want to have to fly out.
Well, you might have to.
That's the morning gossip right here on Hustle and Shine in the morning. Cousins, you went to the polls yesterday, and we got those results for you.
We ain't talking about Bacala.
Number one for hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks.
Stop 103 Jams, y'all.
Shine traffic trending now on Hot 103 Jams.
This report is sponsored by the.
All right. So I couldn't fit in that Friday quote because the conversation went another way. So sometimes in these situations, when I have drops that we play during the show, I like to have something funny at the end to tie the bow together to make the segment make sense for everybody and have a laughing outro as we move on to something else. It takes a long time to traffic. But yeah, it's all good though. So, but in that particular stint, I thought the conversation would be more about Offset getting shot than Offset owing money. So, I had to switch it up and save that drop for something else because, it didn't fit right there. Pause. The conversation leaned more into about money and him owing money. So you got to lean more into that joke than. Like that's when people's ego will try to force something that doesn't fit. just because on principle or because they wanna push that instead of something else. So, but you gotta go. That's along with going with the conversation, going with the flow. So when a conversation switches up, you gotta switch up with it. That was just a little radio 101 right. What is on my nose? What is this? Is that, oh, is that from the light? Yeah, that's from the light. That's weird. Anyway, about to talk about Kansas City and how we went to the polls yesterday and that E-tax is going to stay. So Mayor Lucas is going to talk about it.
Thank you, Kansas City, once again.
They had the combine.
7 years almost as mayor, 10 years, 11 years almost in public office. Every time as mayor that I've come to the people of Kansas City to ask for their support on bonds to make sure we can improve our cars, on bonds to make sure we can pay for affordable housing, on increases to make sure that we could support public safety, to ensure that we can renew the earnings tax, to make sure we can take care of our water infrastructure. Again and again, the people of Kansas City have said yes. We have never lost because we have always worked with the people of Kansas City, and they understand what we need.
Jason Bambola, get that Yankees crap out of here. I hate the Yankees. I can't stand them bastards.
10 years, 11 years almost in public office.
Pause that right there.
Once again, and I say this after. Thank you, Kansas. Thank you, Kansas City, once again. And I say this after 7 years almost as mayor, 10 years, 11 years almost in public office. Every time as mayor that I've come to the people of Kansas City to ask for their support on bonds to make sure we can improve our cars, on bonds to make sure we can pay for affordable housing, on increases to make sure that we could support public safety, to ensure that we can renew the earnings tax, to make sure we can take care of our water infrastructure. Again and again, the people of Kansas City have said yes. We have never lost because we have always worked with the people of Kansas City, and they understand what we need to do to keep this city moving.
He loud and proud about that. Okay, Mayor Lucas. Anyway, so Tierra Duncan, good morning. Good morning. Back to our conversation though about fatherhood and about passing your pops up. I'm sorry, I had to take care of radio business first. My bad. I'm sorry. But I had a lot of peace, man. And y'all, this is just happened to me within the past several months, past 5-6 months, where I've been trying to figure this shit out. And I did. And not only with my father and his situation and how I felt about that, but about being angry in life in general. I finally figured out why I was so damn mad all the damn time. And for now, I'm gonna keep that to myself for now for a second. And I'm not all the way out of everything, and I don't know everything. But to know that I have an answer to my problem is what gives me, is what definitely keeps me going. It's what inspires me to be better because I know a better day is on the way.
Is it ever too...
It's all about incremental improvement. Again, being great and being excellent isn't about overnight success. It's about having the discipline to be better, having the discipline to see the incremental improvement each day. It's about getting better each day. You're only in competition with the person that you were yesterday, nobody else. Be better than where you were yesterday. That's the goal every day. My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. Shout out to the ones who know about that one. Let me get this. Get right Wednesday bed. So yeah, you only in competition with the person that you were yesterday. That's the only. You don't need to see nobody else. You don't need to compare yourself to nobody else. For what? For what? For what? For what? What are you doing that for? Their journey is not your journey. Your journey is not their journey. You're going to get to different places at different times, and it is okay. It's fine. Just stay comfortable and know that God got you in your journey. Stop focusing on other people's journeys.
Free jams.
Do you feel stuck in the past? Do you feel stuck in the past and struggle with moving forward? It's Dr. LaTanya, hustle and shine in the morning on Hot 103 Jams.
But the situation I was just got through talking to y'all about with my father is how I was staying stuck in the past and not moving forward. Didn't know how to move forward. Didn't think it was necessary to move forward. I just always thought that the death of my father was just always going to be this big ass bear that's always over my shoulder all the time. But I was unaware that I had the power and the control to take over that. I didn't know. Cause man,
on Hot 103
let me tell y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the circumstance. Reese, explain how's an asshole. Explain it. I want you to explain that, please. Let's get into it. I got time this morning. I'm getting my work done. I'm getting to it. I want you. I seriously want to know, please. I want you to seriously explain the things that I did. More so I can look back and reflect on the decisions I made or things that I said or did so I can be better. Please elaborate. The floor is yours. Because I don't think I've ever intentionally been an asshole. I've just always tried to be honest and keep it real, man. That's all I've ever tried to do. Honesty and being real. No matter how loud, no matter how whatever you think it is, as long as it's honest, there's nothing wrong with it. That was in my book. That's how I feel.
Keep moving. Keep this city moving.
Abby Rido, good morning. What's happening? I want to know, Reese. Please explain, bro. Please explain. Mate, was I firm? Absolutely. I knew nothing else but being firm. I don't know about being gentle. What is that? Life ain't gentle. That's why. So all I've never experienced gentle. Ever. Never. In no circumstance, there was no gentle. There was, what? What is that? And that's bad. That's not good. I'm not bragging on that. I'm just giving you context on how I was raised. And why I view certain things. And maybe you can help me change my perspective. But hold on, Reese. I'm going to get into that. I want you, while I'm doing this break, I want you to explain how I was an asshole. Yeah. Hot 103 Jams, Kansas City's #1 for hip-hop, R&B, and throwbacks. You like that, D? Pause. We all over the place. Good morning, Grandview. You up hustling and shining. April is National Alcohol Awareness Month to highlight the dangers of alcohol abuse and dependency. Ways to reduce alcohol use include setting alcohol-free days, don't keep alcohol in the crib, and seek support from the National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP. We just got through talking about, the French Montana situation and alcohol with him. And, it can really sometimes be sort of a silent killer sometimes, man. So we just want to pray for everybody who might be going through some sort of alcohol addiction or something like that. Anything similar to that. We praying for you. Because that could be tough, man. That, not only on that person, but the family and everybody else who loves them. So Kansas City yesterday, we all took our power to the polls. And Kansas City reacted with the renewal of the city's 1% earnings tax. That's securing the single largest source of funding for the city services and ensuring that Kansas City can continue to invest in the people and infrastructure that make the city work. And I know that a lot of the council members and everybody was talking about this for a long time because they knew that, without this source of income, dog, like the city could, yeah, and then with the services and like, how would that work? And like, will we get an extra bill on the side or something, like, instead of paying the tax outright? So I'm just glad we don't have to go through any of that and that the earnings tax passed. Mayor Lucas was at the combine last night in pure celebration form. Hustle and shine in the morning. Oh, Reese, what did I go off on? What was the smallest things? Like, explain some of those scenarios for me, please. I'm in the mood to laugh this morning. Yeah, man, free pizza for everybody at the combine and some of them grilled wings. My bad.
Also, voters elected Beto Lopez as new Lee Summit's mayor, and independence voters elected Kevin King as city's new mayor. So a lot of change happening across Kansas City and the surrounding areas.
18th and Vine update. A lot of things coming. You need to know about it. We got you coming up on Hustle and Shine in the morning at 6:52. Right here on Kansas City's #1 for hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Woo! That's how you do that. Yes, sir. Oh, wrong one. Come on, man. Damn. That's how you do that. World-class radio right there.
Southbound I-35 at Lamar. All lanes now back open. Just a little bit of brake tapping as you pass 18th Street Expressway on southbound 35 in Kansas. Still got the stalled semi on the ramp from...
All right. Let me see. Because you was snapping off on a small share, but we ain't just good. Let it go. I feel like a point needs to be proven. Like, because why are you doing this? And I don't want you to do it again. Like, let me explain something. When I want something to stop, and I'm going to bring Dee in on this conversation because she knows me very well.
I was just going to say, the cousins over here want to know why you ain't talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I love y'all, man. I'm sorry. Look, okay, so let's tap into the Hustle and Shine stream. Y'all, today is would have been my father's 71st birthday. And I'm just reminiscing on and talking about the things that were part of our relationship that made me a better man, that made me who I am today. Because the biggest influence on my life as being a man and being Brian is my father, hands down. And I was just saying that through depression and through just deep, like, I'm talking about the deepest of depressions with my father. And I didn't know what depression was. So it's like, really, I've kind of been depressed my whole life, to be honest with you. So, but when my father died, it only amplified it and made it deeper and worse. Because it was just out of nowhere. And it was my first week interning here, y'all. It was my first week interning at this station when my father just passed away. And that's coming up in 20 years next month, in a month and a half. And I'm going to do a whole little something, with that, because it was the biggest chapter change. Not even a chapter change. Like, it was the biggest scene change in my life. That's when I knew that my nuts dropped and I had to become a man. Like, I'm just gonna be dead ass with y'all. I had, whether they dropped or not, you got to step up to the plate now, buddy. This is where we at. So, but I came to peace though, and this is within the past several months. This ain't just overnight. This ain't just, you know, and I'm still learning too. But I came to peace with this, and I'm better because I passed my father up a long time ago. Like a long time ago.
What you mean?
Like I passed him up, dog. Like as far as being a man, doing the things you're supposed to do, being a man of your word, just overall manhood shit.
Mm-hmm.
I passed him up a long accomplishments, whatever. A long time ago, I had him beat,
Mm-hmm.
and not in the sense of it's a competition or anything like that, but every man who had, and this is, I'm pretty sure every parent feels like this and mothers feel like this with their daughters, but I can only speak from being a man and a father-son relationship. And every man wants their sons to be a better man than he was.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everybody, I'm sure every woman wants their daughter to be a better woman than she was, and this, that, and the third or whatever. But in terms of man, just pure manhood, taking care of family, being a leader, being a positive voice for your community, helping others, helping kids, helping people in your community. Like that's what my father was all about. Omega Psi Phi built that in him, as well as our home upbringing with my grandmother. So that's what really gave me a lot of peace and made me be like, things are not that bad, dog. It's okay. You don't need him no more. Some people come in your life to play a specific role for a specific time. Unfortunately, our parents count in that as well. They're only here for a certain amount of time, and their role is here. That's why it's important for you to be with your parents and spend a lot of time with them, because even when you get older, because there are certain things that God has put on them that they need to pass to you that you don't quite know yet. But with our parents, they're only here for a certain amount of time, and they're here to play a specific role. And when that role is done, when they have nothing else to offer you or give you, then sometimes God calls them home. I had to come to that realization, dog, to be like, okay, I have a hard time accepting new characters in my life. I have a hard time accepting new love, because to me, that shit take time. I can't just trust you off the bat with.
I think that's how it should be.
I can't just trust you off the bat with how I love, with how I provide, because I know how I love. I'm gonna love you till we dead. If I love you, I'm talking about like through your bullshit, through your good shit, through everything that encompasses you. If I love you, I'm with it, baby. Now we need to correct some things behind the scenes. Okay, we're gonna correct some things. But damn it, I'ma love you though. Because correction is love. If I did not love you, I would not correct you.
That's
So
kind of like a parental type of love too, because not in a bad sense, but just like I always say, like if you really truly care about somebody, you're gonna kind of act like they parent at times. Where it's like, should you be out till 1 in the morning? Like that's natural to me. It's like you're gonna want to care because you see how things can affect them in a negative sense.
and I had to learn. Not learn. I just had to do it. It was nothing else for me to do. But you have to learn to love people through their bullshit.
Yeah,
Is if you love them enough. I mean, if
that
like,
could be hard.
I know. I'm talking about with family. Like,
Yeah,
every, man, look,
family be
because
interesting because you know how I feel like our culture, as far as the black community, is we've always grown up. At least majority of people grow up in environments where it's just like, well, that's still your uncle, that's still your daddy, that's still your ex. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, and it's like we are taught to love through that. Sometimes it can be to a fault where it can affect you negatively. Because I get why some people go no contact with some of their friends and family members. Like,
and I don't. Not with family. I don't.
I get it because I mean I'm saying I get it when people are like molested and things of that nature.
Oh, okay.
That's
See
what I'm
now.
saying.
Okay. Whoa. Now.
That's what I'm saying.
Now
That's what be
that
happening.
I wasn't thinking. I
Yeah,
wasn't
I'm
thinking
thinking.
that way. So
I'm
with
thinking.
that,
Yeah,
they're fully within their rights, and I completely
yeah.
get. So
Or people letting
yeah.
stuff happen to you, like that be a lot of people's lives, like real life. We might not have experienced that in our immediate family, which I'm grateful for, but people be having all type of dysfunctionality within their families. So I do get when people be like, you know what? After I hit a certain age, I didn't talk to them. I get it, but if it ain't to the depths of the, nothing like that, family is something that you definitely need. I feel like at some point, or community. That's the word, because not everybody has family. So it's some people that find community in organizations.
I had no idea. Ignore my request. Condolences.
And I get that too.
Do you think homosexuality is a difficult topic to discuss among African American men? Yeah, I think it's convoluted. I think there are several different factors with that can bring up differing opinions. How about that? Oh, the road rage event. Now look. See, okay, Reese, what would you want me to do in that situation with the road rage situation? Because I was completely in the right, and that's why I be mad, because I be completely in the right, and you be whoever this is.
Mr. Road Rage, by the way.
Stop! Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not Mr. Road Rage. People just be having me effed up. That's all.
I have friends that do the same stuff I feel like you would do. I had one homegirl, and I think I told you before, and I'm like, y'all can't do this. I'll tell you right now, cousin. If somebody does something to you on the roads, and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna drive up to them and see what they got going on. You are escalating the situation, and if they pull out a firearm, they would be able to stand their ground, because you're now chasing them. As soon as you change your GPS to be like, you know what, I don't care what Siri tells me to do. I'm gonna get off on this exit. This ain't even the exit you get off on.
I don't do that.
Pulling up on people, trying to drive past them after they do something to you. Let it go.
I do that now. Like, what? Why do you have this? Why do you have this audacity? Why did you do that to me? I didn't do nothing to you.
If they had the audacity to do that, you think they gonna care about you rolling up beside them and you giving a stank look? Don't nobody care. You just gotta check. I've had an old lady flick me off in my rear view, and it was no reason for her to do that. But clearly, you're just having a bad day. And it's not like you're not finna piss me off and make my day bad because you got your panties in a bunch. That's on you.
People just be having me messed up. That's all. Like, I didn't do nothing to you. Why are you doing this to me?
They woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Or maybe from their view, you did something wrong instead of them seeing it the other way. That's why I don't argue with people. Okay, whatever. You got it. We at the same light. Congratulations. You want to know the difference between self-defense and escalation? Check out the Off-Air Hustle. The latest episode actually has a conceal and carry specialist giving full details.
We're going to get to that, Reese. Hold on. Hit a D. Wow. You disappointed me. How about them 3 jams? Kansas City's #1 for hip-hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Good morning, North KC. You up, hustling and shining.
654, high up 76. Currently, cousins, it is 57 First Skies at Park College.
Don't forget, man. Look, man, them gas prices out of control. I saw somebody fill up a Toyota Prius with like $60, bro. like what like $60 for a Prius? Boy, look, hey, we got these gas. Yeah, dog. Yeah, no diesel. We got these gas cars on deck for you, KC. T.I., he going to help us give some out with That's My Jam coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. About 8:40, tap in to Hustle and Shine in the morning. D, the 18th Divine Historic Jazz District is set to announce planned activities during the summer's FIFA World Cup. Kansas City's premier cultural destination will also unveil its new marketing strategy, touting itself as the authentic party experience. So, of course, historically known for jazz, You know, late night parties, juke house, all that stuff, the speakeasies. It'll revive that tradition as the world comes to visit Kansas City. So it'll be one of the hottest destinations during the World Cup. Especially with the 24/7 hour law where, you know, bars can stay open later and all that stuff. Of course, you got Peachtree over on 12th Street. You got Smacks and Velvet Gates on 12th Street. You got the Vine Street Brewery, Vine Street Chicken. Boy, boy, look. You can head to the press conference this morning, y'all. They'll be talking about it at 11 a.m. at the Mutual Musicians Foundation right there on 1823 Highland. So I'm excited to see what other plans they got down there on 18th and Vine for people to come experience real Kansas City culture. Now, look, respect to Power and Light, respect to Westport, respect to Brookside, North KC, wherever. The real Kansas City culture, whenever y'all get through, is made right here. It's made and manufactured on 18th and Vine in Kansas City, Missouri. 64108.
Just send some love around the town on that note. 816-900-4103. Text us the name of a friend, family member, colleague, bus driver, boss, student, teacher. It can be anybody. And while you doing that, also let us know what neighborhood you repping. Tell us something so we can give you a shout.
Don't be gang banging in the text comments though.
We can read between the lines. So don't get too crazy, but let us know as well, because we got a lot of cousins from Grandview, but I know that ain't the only cousins that's listening. We got some texts from Raytown on the other day. So yeah, just let us know where you posted up at Overland Park too. Hey cousins, and down 18th and Vine. So text us 816-900-4103. We got those shout outs waiting on you at 7-Eleven, only on Hustle and Shine in the Morning, Kansas City's #1 for the hip hop, R&B, and throwback.
Side 103 Jams. All right, it's probably trying to change contacts. All right, we finna get busy on Hustle and Shine. Love to everybody tapping into the stream. I appreciate you, Reese. You gonna be the last comment where you cut off traffic. Link Stink 44. Good morning. Good morning. Bro, them people was dead ass wrong, Reese. I just feel like whenever you do me wrong and I'm right, you need to be done wrong too. And maybe that's something I need to get over. As I am, like everybody else, a steady work in progress.
For here, just FYI. I'll let them in shortly.
It's always a steady progress and a steady under construction, steady trying to work. So love and appreciate all y'all tapping into the stream. Be back at it tomorrow morning. Hell, maybe on the when I get some cardio today, I might tap in with you too. But until then, man, y'all have a good one. And don't forget, please be a blessing.